Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a Plat tracer. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps me out quite a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what my rates look like, see what sort of promos, events I have going on, all that good stuff. But for now, let's watch some tracer. Also, just as a quick aside as we're getting started here, if you guys haven't already, we did just upload there was a collaboration video uploaded between Angry Llama and myself over on his channel. You guys should go check that out if you haven't. Otherwise, you will be confused when tomorrow's video drops on this channel and is the second half of something. Okay, so here's our tracer. Managed to not get hit by the orb, that's helpful. That Reaper does see you, which is unfortunate. You really peaked this a little too early. They weren't likely to have gotten up to a point you wanted their front line to get up to like Kirish before you even thought about peaking it, but that's okay. Now Reaper's just going to chase you out. He gets supported more easily than you do. This is a poor resource trade, and you're just done. Going in here was absolutely a mistake, because all you've got left now is recall, and recall will put you right back in that dangerous spot without any blinks. This is over. You peaked too early. You tried to like keep going in, go in, get past, rather than just accept that Reaper had outmatched you, and you were gonna have to spend resources to go back to your team to get healed. Your brain is too slow for Tracer. Ah. Tracer can carry you all the way to GM. All heroes can carry you to GM, right? Yeah, basically true. Yeah, still basically true. Why are you here? So you were here. The high ground gives you access to stuff, generally speaking, but you don't have anything to do from here. Like, the Winston's in the bubble. You're not going to spend time breaking the bubble. They can all see you from back here. Just send yourself over here. That closes the angle on these enemies over here, but lets you still shoot at this bubble, or lets you transition your way up here further along the flank, which is where you want to be playing. So don't just stay up here. 26 ammo reload. You didn't actually close the angle on anything. Like, you backed off like you were closing the angle on the Winston. The Winston wasn't shooting at you, and you reloaded with more than half your clip when you could have just kept firing into the bubble if that's what you wanted to do. Oh no, you're trying to go over there. Yeah. No. Like, this is an okay place to go, but you could have gone here while doing reload shenanigans. You didn't have to... Whatever. Cool deal. Yeah. Okay, Temporal, make Gamebuster a GM Widow. I didn't say I could make anyone get to GM. I said all heroes can get to GM, was what I mostly agreed with. I didn't say any person can get to GM. Or a GM Genji, my choice. I definitely pick Widow over Genji. Producing GM Widows is going to be easier than producing GM Genjis at this point. Well, you're already almost there, Jumbo. I mean, you've got work to do, but you've made a lot of good progress. Can I get to GM? Yeah, you can get to GM. You have to keep working for it. You have to keep wanting to work on stuff, etc. And it's not like a tomorrow or necessarily a next week thing, but you could do it. Gamebuster would be a challenge to get to GM. We'll just, work our incremental steps on Gamebuster to get him better at the game. Yeah, you'd have to send me a lot better money. Like, the offer on the table would have to be a lot better than that to be like, I'm gonna work with someone from gold to GM. Then if you're successful, you get $100. That's not gonna work. I appreciate the offer, Blob, but it's not happening. Okay, so here you are. You're out here. You used too many blinks to get back to this fight, and now you're just waiting on blinks to regenerate. I'm going to live with that because of where you are timing-wise. I'll say, oh, you feel you have to do this. But if that's the case, you still needed to sort of reduce your usage as you got close because you're just waiting on blinks now, right? You still can't go in. You still can't really go in, and you opened that peek up before there was any chance that you were going to go in. You had one blink. No, my epic pen isn't open. Let's go here. Okay, so what we'd be looking at is you only have one blink. You open this angle. You have a tank that's holding this. I won't say just fine, but holding this. And you have this much left before your next blink. You're not actually going in because you're gonna have to use a blink to go in, and you would have 0 blinks if you did that. So you're gonna have to wait until this blink generates. You used too many blinks on the way back, and then you opened the angle while you were in too much danger. You've been chilling here too often without really going like this would have been okay if you'd done it earlier, but again, gotta have your blinks to do that. If you're actually up here just doing this, close the angle. Close the angle. I would have to decide that GameBuster actually wanted it. I can't install motivation in someone. It's the same reason that it gets dicey when you're picking someone up. Like, anytime you're using someone, you can't instill motivation in them, and that is hard. I don't know that GameBuster wants to push a hero to GM or wants to work as hard as it would be to push a hero to GM. Like, GameBuster jumps around and plays lots of different heroes, and that's fine. GameBuster's doing what's enjoyable, what's worthwhile to him. But if I was trying to hard push someone to GM, it would be like, if I was working with someone who was on a team, for example, it would be, okay, let's work on your Widow. Let's work on your Widow. Let's work on your Widow. We might do a little bit of cross-training here and there, but it would be a very specific, let's work on your Widow. Did you work on what you're supposed to? You did? Good. How improved is it? Oh. Can we get progress? Can we get progress? Can we get progress? We're stalling out a bit, even when I'm laying out the steps, even when I'm saying this is the next thing to work on, we're stalling out a bit. Okay, well, maybe we can pivot over and find something else to work on that will unlock your understanding to do this better, but this is going to be less valuable than doing this would have been. Like, it becomes a motivation thing. And it's the same issue you run into on teams where it's not, you have to play around people getting burned out, etc. So, yeah. Anyway. No, you can't. What hero should I focus on to GM? Diva's fine to GM, but you're going to have to get really good at your Matrix usage if that's what you want to do. Like, Diva's a hero that you can do it on. Moira, you could get there, but that's hard. Getting through Masters on Moira would be hard right now. Yeah. Orissa's probably a good one to start on right now because the patch is going to drop that's going to make her better. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, back to our Tracer review.
And she's back in the game.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
This will record.
You hope this isn't going to be the thumbnail? This is my live stream thumbnail. I'll change this once I have a moment to go do it, but the thumbnail that's up here right now should just be my live stream thumbnail. Okay, here you are. Okay. This is better now because this actually gives you access behind them now. Fine. Good blink. Less good blink, but okay. Now, you're getting too heavy on your usage here. So here you are. You do this. She's not aimed at you. She's not aimed at you. You thought she was aiming at you, so I'll live with that blink. There's that orb, and you're deciding you want to blink to dodge the orb. Your flick is okay after that. Okay. You take the damage and you recall. And then you hit your next blink there immediately. I don't love that. Play around the corner. Play around the corner. Your job at this point, you're not going to take them down anymore. You're too low on resources, and she got healed. You don't have recall. You only have one blink. Your next blink is halfway away. At this point, you want to play around this cover and just continue to distract them, continue to make them annoyed, while your team wins the uneven fight over here. That's now your job. You're no longer going to be able to get an elimination. No. No, it was not blink into her face to try to fight her. It was play around the cover and be an annoying little fly that's like buzz, 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 buzz. That was your job. You had to downshift from getting an elimination, which was a viable goal when you first dropped in here, but you had to downshift to I'm going to be a distraction. I'm going to keep the two of you mostly busy for some amount of time while my team wins. You can get there on Mercy. Mercy can get to GM. Very doable. I wouldn't say Sig is busted. Not really dominant in any metas. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm bad. He was the #1 played tank for like 49 of the top 50 tank players in the Ball Sigma meta by the end. I don't know what you're talking about, Jumbo. I don't think he's busted right now, but there was a time when he was definitely, Okay, I'm letting you guys distract me, and Tracer moves fast enough that I can't be this distracted. Yeah, he got nerfed since then, exactly. I don't necessarily love this. You're right in the middle of the fight. I really would prefer you on the outside, on the edge. You were perfectly fine. Blinking over here, doing work from here type thing. Dropping to do work here is fine, but I expect you to use that first blink to get behind him where you're more on the edge of the fight. No, you used a blink and your recall there. Didn't recall the high ground. No, this is too... No, what is this? So much resource usage. Even if you were going to blink to dodge that Winston, you could have let him get a little closer before you blinked to dodge it.
Much better.
Okay. It's a little dicey because this becomes their new spawn. This is a little dicey because you're going to expose yourself to the direction that the payload is coming from sightline-wise. What was that blank? Why? What are we using this blink for? What did this accomplish? We just blinked into the sightline. We just blinked into the line of fire. We just blinked right in front of the direction that we expect their enemies are coming from. Have you no survival instinct? Why would you do this? We could have gone around here if that's what we were interested in doing. Why would you do this? If you were trying to get out, sure, you could blink this way. You'd probably step a little, then blink, or you'd double blink to actually get here where you're more safe, but this was not a thing. You guys are pinging me. Not busted anymore. I think we all agree with Jumbo that now Sigma's not oppressive. Ryan and Kree are busted, and BAP, yeah, we know. Yeah, good aim will help with low levels then, for sure. Right, they're slightly overtuned, but McCree's more than slightly overtuned. The others are probably slightly overtuned. Okay. Okay. You don't want to fight here. Why are you fighting in front of them? Play on the edge. Play on the side. Don't play on their sight line. You didn't need a blink for that. You could have walked. Okay. You could have kept walking. Probably did want to keep walking to get closer so you'd do more damage before you started to spend clip. Yeah. Okay. Reasonable recall. Fine. I don't love that, but okay. Oh, we've used 3 blinks. Okay. Fine. I don't love the decision to focus that Winston. I didn't see anyone else firing at him. Let me rephrase that. I don't love the decision to try to burst that bubble because I don't see anyone else looking at the Winston. So that suggests to me that no one else is going to do damage to him. And with how your reloads work, even if you break his bubble, it doesn't really help you unless other people then get to attack or other people help break the bubble, so you have some clip left. Playing on the edge. This is right. No, they'd cleared you. I understand you want to push the Ashe. No, that's a Winston and a Zarya. You're done.
Here you go. Time.
You should have let them clear you out. Yeah. Not let them eliminate you, but let them force you back, go take a different angle. They pushed you back effectively, and you tried to go deeper into it. It's not the first time you've done something similar to that. It's fine. I'm going to play behind. Fine with me.
Back in the fight.
Walk at her. Walk at her. Walk at her. Walk at her. Good. Less amazing. Now blank. Fine. Reasonable. Wait, why would you reopen this angle? You know that Zen can't possibly have followed you far enough, but you also have no blinks. Why would you reopen the angle? You don't want to poke him from here. You want to get blinks back. Just wait in the mega spot.
Much better.
Oh my goodness.
Now.
Oh my goodness. Doesn't look like a team fight to me. I don't know what you're doing. You don't need to reset on cart. You're Tracer. You can exist off the cart for ages until your team is actually ready. Did you think you were going to do a cute little soon style? I'll touch the cart and then I'll blink out and maybe I'll come back later and I'll touch the cart and I'll blink out again type stuff? Is that what you were thinking? If so, that's okay, but I don't think that's what you were thinking. Yeah.
This will restore you.
Blink right into Moira and Reaper, right?
Back to work.
Yeah, I like Widow being a strong pick on maps. I'm on the same page as you, Jumbo. I don't necessarily love them being amazing in general. Good. Fine. Fine. You spent more ammo than you needed to finish him, but okay.
Tranquility.
Why did you blink? You're in the Transcendence. Why are you blinking around? Like, you need to blink to dodge actual range shots, but you don't need to blink to dodge Zen shots. Okay.
Let's try that again.
Now things are a bit rough, aren't they? Yeah. You walked off a cliff. That's not true, Jumbo. Widow metas can be fun for dive tanks, and they can be fun for tracers. Widow metas have their place. It's just that people don't understand that in high poke situations, in situations where you have one-hit snipers, widows, mercy boosted Ashe in the old world, Hanzos, and so we'll primarily talk about widows. What it becomes about isn't about, oh, which widow is better, the team with the better widow automatically wins, etc. They become the queen in chess, but you can threaten queens with other pieces. You can threaten a queen with a pawn to make the queen move into a place where your queen gets to take her. And did your queen really do the work in that situation? It's like, aha, my widow eliminated your widow. Well, yeah, but that's because my tracer bothered your widow, and my tracer didn't eliminate your widow. My tracer didn't force your widow to leave cover, though those would all be good things to do. My tracer distracted your widow and called when the widow was distracted, so that our widow knew she had half a second, 3/4 of a second to peek cover and take her shot at the opposing widow. And it's like, oh, my widow eliminated the other widow. And Tracer's not going to show up with assist credit for that. Tracer's going to be like, oh yeah, widow just got 5 eliminations. Yeah, but widow got 5 eliminations after our Tracer unlocked the whole team fight. That's how that works. And Winston can do the same thing. Ball can do the same thing. You can have things where it's like, okay, my Orisa lays the shield, throws out the Halt. This is a big burst window from my Orisa Zen over here. It pulls the Widow's eyeballs to them. It pulls the Hanzo's eyeballs to them. And that is the window for them to shout for their Widow to hit the other Widow. Or, it's a result of, hey, our Sombra appropriately scouted the other widow, so that when this play is made, our widow gets to eliminate the other widow. So we're reviewing chess games as well. 10 out of 10 analogy, by the way. Glad you liked it. Can you do chess coaching? No, I can't. I haven't played chess in forever. No, maybe, at some point I'll go make a channel on it. Who knows? Maybe if Overwatch 2 crashes and burns. What are we doing? Here we are. We've burned recall. Interesting. Can you go ahead and take an angle? Can you not fight down main? Can you not fight down main? Can you not fight down main? This is a path. Drop down here. Circle over here. This is great. This is amazing. This is like, hey, I'm gonna bait the Ashe's attention. I'm gonna pressure the Zarya to pull this backline and frontline's attention over to here, and I'm going to easily have cover. And during that window, I don't know, maybe my McCree will shoot the Ashe. Yeah, we were just talking about this. I don't like this. You're blinking away. You're using too many blinks to get to this Ashe when this Winston is chasing you. Just play with the Winston. The Winston's going to show up and you're going to be in a 3v1 with no resources because you used too many blinks to get into this fight. You have no resources. So heavy on the blink usage. And now you're done. Temporal teams up with Gotham Chess. Temporal will guess the chess game ELO. Gotham will guess the Overwatch SR. There you go. That's the crossover we need. Overwatch 2 crashes and burns. That's a possibility. Who knows? Who knows? That's further ahead than I'm willing to plan for this type of thing. But, it's that door isn't closed.
Let's try that again.
Okay. To accepting, I just hear Temporal's voice screaming, no, no, no. It's becoming a real problem. And laughing at you. I hope I'm not laughing at you too much, Jumbo. Except when you're stepping into Fire Strikes. When you're stepping into Fire Strikes, I'm laughing at you. I want Temporal to coach me designing the game we're making. I mean, I'd have thoughts, but game design isn't my specialty. So I would have layman thoughts. Not quite layman, but, you know, not game dev thoughts. Asking for his rate.
Ready
Ask
for
temporal. Yeah, that's basically what ask temporal is for, guys. Like, I'm willing to go do some level of research on topics that I'm not knowledgeable about, but I'm also willing to go, hey, let me go into this topic and give you. I do have a fair amount of worldly experience in enough different areas to have pretty good conclusions on this stuff. What's my IRL win rate? My IRL win rate. Well, my IRL win rate in combat, since we're looking at Overwatch right now, is very, very high. I'd guess it's something in like the 75-80% range between lots of wrestling tournaments, lots of martial arts tournaments, you know, lots of I don't know how else to put that. If you want to go, what's my win rate and other things? Well, what are we considering a win versus loss? Like, what do my finances look like? Like, what are we considering winning or losing at real life?
attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Jump. Speaking at your funeral was a good man stuck in one too many fire strikes. Oh, oh.
Come on.
Yeah, I definitely have video game history outside of Overwatch. In Diablo 3, in Diablo 3, I wasn't in the group that was like at the very, very forefront, was like actually setting world records for how fast they beat Inferno. Remember, Blizzard thought that it was going to take people 6 months to beat Inferno in Diablo 3. That did not happen, obviously. We beat it in, I think I probably beat it in 2.5 weeks, something like that. And the like absolute tip of the iceberg people were like 1.75 to 2 weeks or something like that. So I wasn't in like the very first group, the pros that were going, we are going to be the absolute first to beat this, but I was at the very front of the group right behind them, to the level where it's like, you know, my group all made hundreds of dollars, and this would have been in 2010 money. So like pay rent, pay a couple months rent off of a couple weeks of, you know, not completely playing Diablo because we all had jobs, but like playing Diablo with all of our free time. And that would have been, yeah, that would have been like 2000. When did Diablo come out? Like 2010? I don't know, 2009, something like that. D3. Anyway, so yes. Okay. Okay. Back to this. What's your IRL? No, no. Pancration, mixed martial arts, very similar to what you would see in like in MMA type things in
Attackers incoming.
those.
Escort the payload.
Probably not the real Bob Ross. No. Take a flank. Take a flank. Flank, flank. Don't go clear the Reaper. You don't need to worry about him. He's on a different flank. Don't worry about it. If it's getting too hard to get in here, spend the time and go up over here, and you can go be annoying over here. You can go be annoying over here. This is fine. Going here will unlock this corner for your team, and your team will easily get to here. You don't need to just waste time here. I think I told you well, I mean, I mixed my MMA and my wrestling win rate, but yeah, I think I gave you. It was probably something in the like, no, it's probably higher than that. I mean, let me do quick calculations. Probably closer to 90 than 80%. I was good. I was very good. But I didn't go too long in the MMA world because it became clear that I got to a point where it's like, are you going to do this for a living? And, take a lot of brain damage, get hit in the head a lot, or are you going to go use your brain for something else? And I chose to use my brain for something else. Because that stuff has a real cost if you're going and actually competing in it.
You got what's coming to you.
Isn't it easy when you take the flanks? Reasonable. Some of these blinks are reasonable, and then you go and do that.
You got what's coming to you.
Okay, from here. You're shooting the Zarya. You blink a little early, but you blink when Zarya's looking at you. Fine. You wait. You shoot a bit. You blink to dodge the rock. Fine. Why'd you blink there? Why? Why'd you blink there? It was your last blink, too. Temporal, you don't even have a brain. Thank you, Jumbo. Thank you.
Well, that just happened.
I'm escorting the payload. Let's keep it moving.
You can take the deeper angle. Okay, this is fine. You're choosing to walk over there? Okay. Why are you blinking? Why are you blinking? You're not going to be able to stay in this fight with her for at all now. That was silly. That was silly. There was no reason that you couldn't have just been like, yep, I'm going to burn Moira from here. Or even, I'm going to burn Zarya from here, type thing. And then the Ashe wouldn't have had a sightline on you without getting obnoxious. Here to make the stream a more positive place. Thank you, Jumbo.
Be right back.
Okay, your Ashe has the pick. Why did you just blink there? What was the plan? This is fine. You see how you being here makes it easy for your team to advance to that corner? That's what I was talking about earlier. This is not how you push. You just double blinked into this, and now you're immediately going to have to recall, and then you're not going to be able to re-enter the fight for the whole time. Like, this is the first second of the fight having actually started, and you've double blinked and effectively forced your recall, and you're going to have one blink waiting on your next blink to regen to play from back here, which isn't even a good place to be playing from. This was not your thing. This was not your way in. This was good to help unlock it for your team, but then you end up working your way over here. You blink across to get over here type thing. Or you let your team push a little bit to unlock things for you, and then you blink to here. Or you let your team push like this to draw some eyeballs to them, and then you blink in for this. This was, no. Yeah, good luck. You blinked through closed space. You were safe in here. You're safe. You're safe and you're low on blinks. You're safe and you're low on blinks.
This will restore you.
Reinhardt is blocking the doorway. Reinhardt's body is blocking the doorway for you. You're not going to take chip damage. Why are you blinking across this? This is safe. You might want to blink here. You know, there's more threat of enemy sightlines. You don't have to this second because there aren't actually any enemy sightlines, but you'd expect there to be, and you do. But this is a more reasonable place to blink than the last one by far. Now you're going to walk in behind newsstand there. Didn't need to blink. Did not need to blink. Once again, most of your blink was with this wall in the way. This was safe. You could have walked to here and then blinked if you were afraid that there was someone that was holding like say this Ashe that was holding her sight line on this, you could have walked to here, and then right before you broke the plane, you could have blinked, but you blinked from like halfway to the plane. You just deposited that for him.
Let's try that again.
2 blinks. You're stuck out of the fight now, but the fight's over.
Join with me.
Roadhog time.
We need to get the payload.
Oh, I've wanted you to do this for ages. I appreciate this. Thank you. Wait for your team, though. Wait for your team to be ready. Okay, this is fine. Go for it. Your team's ready. Your team's ready. Ugh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes! See how easy that was? See how easy it is when you let your team sort of be engaged, you let the fight start a little bit, and then from a good off angle that you were able to spend the time between fights establishing, you just go, I'm going to come in here at you. And it's even better because it's above. You get the headshot damage. You can follow with blinks because you have all of your blinks because you didn't get there in a rush. That's what we want. And you're not frontlining. This is going to be a little tough to fight. Okay. Yep.
Now, where were we?
Really you need to leave, but you're going to try to force it. Yeah. That's disrespect, but okay.
There we go.
Payload moving. Let's make sure someone stays with it.
You have no blinks. Why did you even re-enter this fight?
Payload moving. Let's
You're
make
here.
sure someone stays with it.
You're missing 25 health. You have 1 blink. You can chip him from here. That's fine with me. Be annoying. I know he looks juicy, and now you have 2 blinks. You still don't necessarily want to go into this. You're blinking at him while his shift is up. Yes, he's discorded. That would be a reason to finish him, but he's facing you and his shift is up. Wait until his shift is over. Now you've forced yourself in here, and you need to use blinks to sustain in the fight until his shift is over. See this? And now you don't have any blinks, and you shot into his shift, and now you don't get him anymore. You entered the fight without appraising what was actually going on.
Not good. 30 seconds.
Whoa, Jumbo deleted a lot of messages. Okay.
Surrender to my will.
You need to hide your mistakes. Okay. This should feel very wrong to you. The single biggest thing you need to do is eliminate this from your repertoire. All of the enemies are looking in this direction. My team is behind me, and I'm in the front line here. This isn't how we Tracer. Stop frontlining, Tracer.
Locked on.
EMP activated.
Deja vu.
Victory.
It would have been so much harder to extract. So much harder to extract if you'd gone this way again. If you'd gone this way. Like, if you'd just gone, I'm going to be back here. I'm going to live back here. I'm going to live over here. They'd have had to spend so many more resources over here, and they wouldn't have been able to be like, we grab you and your friends that are all coming from the same direction, and we blossom through it. You'd have been so much more distracting for you and helping your team. Okay. So, things that you need to be strongly considering. Please stop frontlining. You don't always do it, but there's still too often that you are frontlining for your team. Don't frontline. We don't frontline. We don't go, aha, I play in front of my team like I'm a foot soldier. Like, here's my team with their swords. That's a terrible sword. And their axes. And their spears. I don't go play in the front line with those people. Instead, what I do is I go, aha, here's my Reinhardt with his hammer. We're just drawing things now. I don't know why. Instead, here's my Reinhardt and his hammer, and I, with my little pistols, want to be over here, or over here, or over here. I don't want to, from my Reinhardt, go blink, 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 and fight things. I want to have pre-positioned my way over to here, have pre-positioned my way over to here. I can go up over here and threaten them to let my hammer guy walk in, or my ball guy, or my monkey guy, whatever, walk in, and then, that lets them push. Or I can let them walk in to create pressure, and then I can go in. But I don't spend any time in my own front line unless it's cleanup. If the fight has devolved into like a 2v2, 3v1, 6v2, whatever, sure, do what you want. But in the early and mid stages of the fight, I am playing the flanks, the off angles. I'm doing that stuff. I am not in the front line. Okay. The second thing that I want you to work on is still going to be your blink usage. You are just wild with some of your blinks. You will triple blink with without a moment's hesitation. You will double blink recall without a moment's hesitation. You need to be more stingy with your blinks. Blinks are dodges. You can use blinks for movements between fights if you're going to regenerate them, though be careful about that. Make sure you have a good grasp that, yes, it really is between fights. I'm going to have time to regenerate these. But you are looking to, in fights, use your blinks as dodges and occasionally to confirm, to get you in close to confirm an elimination. But primarily, your blinks are your dodges. They're not I'm here and I would like to triple blink in to fight something, or I would like to double blink in to fight something and then recall out. No, if you're going in with a double or a triple blink, it better be part of a coordinated play to take something out. Like you're double blinking in, your Genji's dashing in. You're double blinking in as your ball pile drive slams something and a Discord is on it. That's what we're looking for. In actual fights, please be more conscious of how many blinks that you're using. You don't need to blink twice to get to cover when you're in a fight. You can blink once to break someone's crosshair. And then if they reacquire you, then you might blink a second time to get to cover. But even that delay will help you have more blinks in the fight because it'll delay your times between blinks. 2 blinks doesn't really help you dodge a single source of damage better than a single blink. 2 blinks isn't like, he double blinks, so now it's going to take me way longer to reacquire Tracer as a target. No, use the blink, then use another blink when they're close to reacquiring you again. So please don't play in the front line. Please don't multi-blink the way you are. Please use your blink as dodges. Okay. If people have questions, please go ahead and throw them up in chat now. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps me out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what my rates look like, see what sort of promos, events we have going on, all that good stuff. And as a reminder, there is the collaboration video up. I did do a link to that in another video. I suppose I can link that again here. Let's go like that, and let's throw that link up. This is a link to the collaboration that I did with Angry Llama last week. That just went live, the first part on his channel today. The second part, or the rest of it, will go live on my channel tomorrow. So if you don't want to be tomorrow like, well, I don't know what this is, etc., you're going to want to go take a look at that. And, while you're there, you can look around, see if you enjoy the comedy, we'll say. I'm definitely a little more nuanced, a little more analytical in my approach. I think my approach is better. But if you're looking for a laugh, you could go take a look over there. Okay, let's take a look and catch up on chat here. Jumbo hiding his mistakes. You were saying controversial stuff, temporal, stuff that I can't even comprehend. Fair enough. Okay. Catch and deletes like they were fire strikes. Okay. Interesting drawings. I didn't like my sword. I would like a redo on my sword. We can go like this, we can go like this, and then maybe we go more like that, and that, That's oversized, but that would be a better sword. That would, be a better sword than the first one that we did. The sword I did looked more like a cavalry lance. Okay. Stand of the frontline tracer if you don't wear plat armor. Plate armor, yes. I sub to the llama. He seems rabid. I'm hoping they film it if they put him down. Ouch. 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 Okay. I'm not seeing anything else question wise. So once again, if you're enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon. Thanks, guys. Deportal out.